Before I even walked across the stage for high school graduation, I already produced platinum hits. So this is how I did it. Alright, part 1 is what I call the learning stage. So for the first 6 to 9 months that I was producing, I wasn't doing nothing but learning from other people. So I would listen to music that inspired me, and I would hear beats be like, damn, that shit hard, like I wish I knew how to do that. So I would go into my own FL studio and try to recreate the beats one to one, as closely as I could get them. And through that process, it helped me learn a lot quicker. It helped me with things like layering, sound selection, as well as a lot of new progressions and melodies that I wouldn't have thought of before. And through recreating and learning from music that I already liked, as I learned from different people and I was picking up on new techniques and almost biting from different sounds, I developed my own sound, which was a blend between everything I heard around me that influenced me and that I liked. This is a part that can't be skipped in my opinion, is learning from other people. We ain't trying to reinvent the wheel here. We all have the same limited resources, but it's about what we do with those resources that sets us apart and makes us different. So down to the patterns, the arrangements, the sounds I use, the process of making beats, it all became clear to me. And as I was learning different things and trying different styles, things started to become familiar, and familiarity is everything, especially when you're trying to improve your workflow. If you have those things just tucked in the back of your mind, and as you're creating, you don't have to think about what you're doing to make it work, that's when you're gonna see the quickest progress. Part 2 was taking advantage of every opportunity that I saw. So after I got my sound down and I started to figure out what I was doing, then I was seeking opportunity. And whenever an opportunity came up, I never let it down. This was arguably the most important step of my process, of my journey. And it wasn't just one step, but a mindset that I maintained and took with me throughout my career. So at the time that I was trying to get the ball rolling, I wasn't just filtering out opportunities. I wasn't sending at what I thought was a good time. I got packs out immediately whenever I saw them. This is where people try to focus too much on the big songs. When you get to the big songs by working your way up through working with smaller artists and producers that eventually will help you, people just get too big-headed, to be honest with you. So even if it was an opportunity for a smaller artist, I was always sending through as soon as I saw it. Other thing too is that even if it's a smaller artist, it proves to people that you're on your shit. You'll always be there to be ready when they need packs. It helps you start building that reliability and building that trust between you and the other people that you're working with or hoping to work with. So many of my placements over the years, for real, came from spontaneous opportunities or spontaneous send. It wasn't usually when somebody was hitting me up asking for stuff for this artist or that artist. If you're staying waiting on those texts, you might as well not even be doing anything. If you're for real trying to take it serious, that's not the way to go about it. I'm gonna get a little bit more into this point in the future, but let's move on to the next one, which is part 3. Ruthless consistency. Man, I showed up every single day, regardless of how I felt, regardless of where my inspiration was, because at the end of the day, the world's still revolving no matter how you feel or what you're doing. I feel like whenever I say this, people immediately think that that just means that you have to create music every single day, which I 100% think that you absolutely should do. But a lot of that consistency for me wasn't just through creating music every single day. It could be through working on content or networking, updating my website, building new relationships, not just working on beats and loops, but designing new sounds that I can use in the future. It could be scheduling emails. It could be so many different things. But the most crucial takeaway from this is to take one step every single day that will push your career forward. All right, part 4 is the sacrifices. This might sound cliche and played out, but it's very true that you gotta take sacrifices to get where you wanna be. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I sold all of my game consoles. You know, I had to sit out parties, I had to sit out social gatherings with my friends, and ultimately just cut out distractions. I wasn't focused on a lot of the things that people around my age were focused on, because I took advantage of the time that I had while I had less responsibility during high school. But this is an important takeaway that anybody can take away, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are. Take action now. Stop talking about what you're gonna do and start taking those steps now. And now listen, I'm not saying you gotta be that extreme and sell all your game consoles. But what I do know is saying yes to your dream might mean saying no to something else. All right, number 5 that got me producing platinum hits before I graduated high school is move before they ask. If I felt like an artist, or if I felt like an A&R or a manager or an engineer would rock with something that I just made, I wasn't waiting until I had a full 15 pack of beats ready. I was sending it through as soon as I had them ready. Now that don't mean that as soon as I finished every single beat beat, I was just sending it through, and then I would make another one and be like, oh, maybe they'll rock with this one too, and I'll send it through. Nah, as soon as I was done sitting down and cooking a batch of beats, I would immediately be sending them out to whoever I'm connected with. But again, sending those packs out before anybody even asks for them is gonna build you that reliability and that trust. It's gonna make it easier for people to go to you for packs in the future. And you don't have to beg or seem desperate when they're asking for stuff, because you're just coming up out of nowhere. Oh, here's all this stuff that I've been making, hopefully you rock with it. Nah, you will already be familiar to them. You was already on their radar, so when you do send a pack through, if they're asking for a specific pack for this person or an exclusive pack, they'll already spot you out immediately out of everybody else that's just sending through to them. They'll already be more familiar with your name and be more inclined to pick you out of everybody else that's sending through. And that's really where the real relationships build. It's not just when they're asking for stuff, it's the people that they're working with behind the scenes. So focus on getting them packs out ASAP. Alright, this video was a little bit shorter, but it touched up on some very crucial points that I think a lot of producers will be able to take away from. A lot of what I say might sound simple, but I'm giving you the blueprint. This is exactly what worked for me. Now, I'm not telling you that this is the way or this is the only way, but again, I'm giving you my own experience and telling you what's worked for me. But if you want more behind the scenes footage and free sounds, subscribe to me below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.